excited today because we have very big news at Chicago Family Acupuncture. We have got our first massage therapist. So for a few months, all of our patients have been asking us, they want to get massage and they don't necessarily feel comfortable going to the other, their normal places, but they felt comfortable in our office. Do we have anyone? So I started the search a few months ago. I had no luck. I just wasn't finding the right fit. But then Gina posted on Instagram her biome broth recipe that we all love and know, and a lot of our patients have been making this and cooking it and drinking it. And we posted this recipe, and then we see a comment from Chicago Thai Bodywork pop up, and it was like, this inspired me to make something similar in the Instant Pot this morning. Thanks. And I see Chicago Thai Bodywork, and I say, we're looking for a massage therapist. Message me. And I look at Pierce's bio, and I just get this feeling like this might be the person for us. And the rest is history. We ended up knowing a lot of people in common. So, and anybody I know who knows Pierce, speaks so highly of him. So we want to welcome Pierce. So hello, Pierce.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me, Zahava. I'm super excited that to be joining your practice, and it just goes to show you that even through social media, food brings people together, right?
Oh my gosh, totally. Yes, food brings everyone together. That's so true. And it also shows you just by a comment. It was just seeing the title of your Instagram. So first of all, everyone should follow Pierce at Chicago Thai Bodywork. But it's crazy. It's amazing. I just knew in my gut this is meant to be. It was one of those feelings. But Pierce, I kind of wanted to use this time to introduce you to all of our wonderful patients so they can kind of get to know you and learn a little bit about Thai Bodywork. So can you kind of tell us where are you from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So let's see, I moved to Chicago in 2002. So it's been 18 years now, which is almost half my life that I've been here. And I originally came from Michigan. I grew up in Southeast Michigan from a small town called Tecumseh, rural area, farmhouse. My parents still live there. I moved to Chicago to finish school. I went to Columbia College downtown, and I majored in music business, arts management, and studio production. So, recording bands and stuff like that. And then let's see, I wouldn't say about 10 years ago, I was working a lot, working late nights because, music industry, you tend to be working in concerts and stuff like that. And then I would have morning gigs and day jobs. And I was getting so burnt out and tired. I'm sure everybody can attune to that at some point in their life. And I got into yoga. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew I went to class. And I would leave class and would walk down the sidewalk and I felt good. And I was like, oh, you can feel good, so I got really interested. And then I did a teacher training in 2010, just for fun, just for my own educational benefit. And then I started teaching. And so I've been doing that for about 10 years. And then Thai massage came into my life just randomly, kind of like yoga did as well. I just knew that I liked receiving Thai massage, Thai body work. I didn't know anything about it. And then I just took the plunge and went to Thailand for a few months and studied. That was in 2017, so about 4 years ago.
Oh, wow. So were you interested first, what brought you to Thailand? Was it to do Thai body work? You were introduced here and then you wanted to go study it? Or were you drawn to Thailand for other reasons and then you studied it there?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I just turned 30 8 years ago, and I hadn't traveled other than Canada and Mexico. And I thought I need to see more of the world. So I took 2 months off and I solo traveled around with a backpack around Thailand and Cambodia and Vietnam. And I've gone back almost, I think 6 times now since that initial trip. So almost every winter. I'm just really connected with the culture and the people. And yeah, somewhere along there, I knew there's a colleague of mine named Paul Fowler in Chicago. He runs a Thai massage school. So I knew about Thai massage, and he would offer classes at the yoga studio where I taught at. And so, just by happenstance, I got a session or two, and the kind of like the seed was planted. And all I knew, like I said before, was that I knew I liked receiving massage, especially Thai massage. It just felt like it really worked my body in a more effective way than more kind of like relaxation massage, Western style on a table.
So thanks for sharing about, how you got into Thai bodywork. Like super cool. I think that's like so awesome. You get to like travel, and I think that's important, just to see the world and making you become more worldly, and just you can relate more to people that way. So I guess in other words, like what else like do you enjoy doing? Like
a few months ago, sometime during the pandemic quarantine time, Diane, my partner, bought an Instant Pot, and I was like, we don't need this. What is this thing? And like, it turns out I'm using it all the time. I'm like so excited by it. It's crazy. I had no idea. At first I was like, we shouldn't waste our money on that right now. It's like so effective. And like just this morning I made like a rice porridge or congee or juk, whatever you want to call it, with shiitake mushrooms. Yeah. And it's super easy, super tasty. So yeah, I definitely like cooking. I'm not a chef at all. But food is definitely like, I think that's another way of like, I remember my first trip to Southeast Asia, I felt like I was just like eating my way through, different countries, especially growing up in like small town Michigan. There was so many things I wasn't exposed to. So I really got to not only just experience traveling, but experience how people live differently and culturally. And I think that's also part of the aspect that draws me to the work as well, is that could have just studied Thai massage here, gone to a school, but something was drawing me to go to where it came from, and I had the time and resources to be able to save and do that. And so I think that was an important thing. And so, yeah, so I definitely love like Asian food. My partner Diane is like the soup queen, so she has to eat like soup every day. So we eat a lot of soup.
Love that.
And but I also just like pizza and grilled cheese and that kind of stuff too.
Oh yeah. I feel like that's like the best way to be when you're in wellness, is like being balanced like that, and it makes you so much more relatable to everyone. So I mean, I would never say no to a slice of pizza, of course. But yeah, the soups, that's so good. I'm the same. I love soup. And yeah, I again have to say everyone should follow Pierce on Instagram, because he posts most beautiful pictures of food that he makes. And I always have to like comment like, oh my gosh, that looks so delicious. So you can really like show you see the love that you have for everything that you do, I think. But Pierce, okay, so a lot of people don't know about Thai body work. And people are used to getting a Swedish massage or a deep tissue massage, something where, they're undressed, they're lying on a table. Can you kind of walk us through what is Thai massage? How does it look different than what people might be used to, and what can they expect when they come in a session?
Yeah. So one of the main differences is that instead of being elevated on a table, is that we practice on the floor on a padded mat. So that's kind of like one of the biggest things. And so just by literally lowering the person, like I get to use all parts of my body and limbs, rather than table massage is typically your hands and your forearms and maybe your elbows, and that's usually about it. So it's a little bit more like holistic way for me to work as well, and to be able to move and manipulate the client's body. So being on the floor allows me to work a little bit more effectively. Also, it's a comfortable way for the receiver or the client to get a treatment. It's a little bit more relaxed. You can keep your clothes on. You wear like yoga clothes or whatever it is you're comfortable wearing. So it's a more casual. I don't know if casual is the right word, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Approach to it. So those are a couple of the main differences. There's also it includes some yoga like stretches. So in addition to like compressions and squeezing and kneading tissues and muscles, there's also some stretching involvements as well. So yeah.
And I want to ask a little more in detail for some of our patients who might be like nervous, like, can anyone have this done? People who feel like they're not flexible, they might be intimidated to get like stretched, or they think of yoga and they're like, well, I don't do yoga. So is this for like anybody? Like, should people be intimidated by this, or can anyone do it no matter how flexible they are?
Yeah, no, it's a really good question, because like oftentimes, like if you just like Google Thai massage or Thai body work or whatever, you'll see these like sometimes crazy big stretches and stuff like that. And to be honest, that's like, I want to say less than 10% of what I do. That's more something that's a little bit more good for the photograph,
Right.
good for the gram or whatever you want to call it. I'm more interested in just helping people's bodies work better. So I can do that through visual assessment, through different testing and stuff like that. So I've had my own practice for a little over 3 years, and I work with people of all ages, abilities. I just saw somebody with a hip replacement who was in her upper 60s a couple times a few months ago. Work with people really of all ages, of all sort of histories, injuries, abilities to be able to move or not move. So it's really about me meeting where you are at. It's never about like me superimposing something that I feel that you should do or need to do. So that's what I like about it as well. And that's how I approach my practice, is that I'm here to meet you where you are.
That's perfect. And that goes into my next question, which I think a lot of people might be curious about, is if somebody has active sciatica, active back pain. We have a lot of patients with herniated discs and horrible necks, shoulders, whatever. Or not even just musculoskeletal pain, but even anxiety, depression. Like, is Thai body work appropriate for like all of these cases? And like, do people still kind of walk away from the session with that kind of good feeling of like that they would with like their regular massage, their Swedish?
Oh yeah. Sometimes people are like, whoa, like I don't know how I'm gonna make it home. You're in that sort of like my dad would call it hypnagogic space. So yeah, 100%. And just like, the people that come to your practice already, you inform them about how the body is interconnected. And so I work the whole body because it's interconnected. So working the feet can help your neck, and working the lower back can help your arms, and working the arms can help your neck, and vice versa. So again, that's sort of my approach to that. And definitely, like, one of the biggest benefits of receiving massage is to be more relaxed and to sleep better. So if you're kind of restoring those natural functions in your body, you're going to have a better place to be healthy overall, whatever it is that is approaching you in your life.
God, oh my gosh, I've already been planting seeds in our patients' minds that we're going to get a Thai body worker in here. And there's so much excitement from people. Anyone who's had Thai body work is so excited to be able to kind of get it here in Chicago. I know some of our patients have told us, oh, I've done it on my travels. But to be able to have that here in Chicago, I think it's like such a beautiful offering.
So since you got your like degree from Columbia in like sound production, is there like something that you incorporate from that into your work now? Like, do you find, certain music helps you and like the patient get into like the rhythm more, just?
It's funny. Yeah, you mentioned that. I mean, my number one priority is to like make the person feel comfortable. So like, however I can do that, I'm going to do that. But with music, yeah, when I first started teaching yoga, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to build playlists and they're going to be amazing. And then I didn't use music in my yoga classes at all. And it was mostly because I found that as a distraction for people to tune into their breathing and stuff like that, get caught up in something outside when it's more of an internal practice. Mm-hmm. But with massage and body work, I want to say maybe first year or so, I didn't use any music. And then I started studying with an American teacher who had spent a lot of time studying with the people that I did in Thailand. And he would use music, and it just like really elevated your ability to kind of like get out of your head, you know? And so yeah, I have like a playlist, you know, that I use. It's cultivated and curated and tweaked, and you know, it's like some kind of music that might be repetitive, or sometimes it's chants, you know, non-pop music.
Yeah. No, music is such an important part of healing, I think, especially for people who just have that more, you know, auditory sensitivities. Like some people just really, I think it makes like such a massive, massive difference. And I kind of want to make a case for massage therapy. I think that it is such an important part of healthcare, and that often people look at massage like they're really treating themselves like it's a luxury. But there's so much research showing the actual health benefits of massage, more than just stress management, but getting your lymph flowing, getting your muscles relaxed, getting circulation going. So I kind of want people to really start thinking it more as something that they should really take into consideration in their healthcare routine and plan that they have for themselves. And not just look at it like once a year when I'm on vacation, I get a massage. Like, I really think just like acupuncture, it's part of prevention and preventative medicine. So I think massage is the exact same. Like, I actually think it's really important for people, and I kind of can't stress that enough. And I've always felt that way, but to be able to offer that in our practice, to me, makes us feel so much more holistic, because this is truly like what we believe in, and we always try to practice what we're preaching, and do the same in our own healthcare. So I love getting massage. I love Thai body work. I've had it done before. It's incredible. It's such a different experience. But I want people to start looking at it like this should be included in your healthcare, whether you live in Chicago or not. But I'm so excited for everyone to meet you, Pierce, and for you to join our practice. We like could not be more thrilled. And we're going to post more information about this soon. Pierce is going to be on our website, and he'll be on our online booking system as well. So when you go in to book your normal acupuncture appointment, you'll see Pierce there with his schedule. So Pierce, thank you so much. Gina, as always, thank you for joining us. This was so enlightening. And Pierce, do you have any like closing remarks for us, or anything you want to tell our patients?
No, I mean, I think you said it all, Zahava. Like you're super good at the closing statement, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't be more excited to work collaboratively with somebody. I mean, for you to be focused on acupuncture and all the aspects that you focus on with your clients, and to have body work and to work together, I think will be really powerful.